Before this video starts, my entire plush collection, I just wanted to say thank you all so much for 3,000 subscribers. Ever since we hit 2,000, our channel has been going up very, very slowly, and now we have finally hit 3,000 subscribers. So I just want to let out a big thank you to all my fans. And now, without further delay, let's get into what you all came here for. My entire plush collection 2021. We're gonna start with what y'all like the most, Plants vs. Zombies. We have my original pea shooter. Next we have my only other pea shooter, Pyro. This one is more detailed from whatever that brand is. And it has a pea in its mouth that can come out. I don't want to rip it by the string, but looks like I'm gonna have to get it out. Here it is. Next up, we have my old sunflower. And then we have my other sunflower. Next is the one and only walnut. This is my original. This is the one I got recently. They are very similar, except for the shade of color. Then we have potato mine. This is my original, and this is the one I got after that. This one is a little bit taller than the other one. We have cherry bomb. I have another stunt double of this, which Vine is a little bit still intact. This is my original, this is the newer one. Next we have Chomper, which I have quite a few of. We have my original Chomper that has been seen the most. If you remember, there used to be a hole up here, but I finally decided to hot glue it shut. Then we have two of these bendy neck Chompers. This one I got a long time ago and still has this tag. This one I got from a bundle. Next we have Fume Shroom, very old and very worn out, still has that giant hole in the back of his head. But on the contrary, I have a new Fume Shroom, which is very fluffy, a lot smoother, definitely more stuffed, and doesn't have a giant hole in his head. And the spout is still nice and stuffed too. So yeah, I will definitely be using this one from now on. Next we have Sun Shroom. I know this is not the real Sun Shroom, but I couldn't care less. Doom Shroom, which is also not real, and the real one definitely does look better, which I might try to get. And we have Hypno Shroom, and another Hypno Shroom. The articulation on the head is really nice. Next we have Cabbage Pulp, yet another fake, but honestly pretty nice because of the inside and how smooth it is. And the fake rare green version of Cabbage. This is a fake, so don't get too excited. Then we have Kernel Pult, my original, with the leaves ripped off of the hot glue. And a newer one, which still has its leaves, and definitely feels a lot nicer on the head because of how much other stuff this Kernel Pult's head has gathered up. But yeah, very nice nonetheless. Next here is Melon Pult with a melon-striped pool football. Another Melon Pult, and Winter Melon. Next we have Snow Pea and Twin Sunflower. This is my original Snow Pea, this is another Snow Pea, this is my original Twin Sunflower, and this is another Twin Sunflower. Next we have Split Pea, Three-Peater, Marigold, and Bloater. Next we have Magnet Shroom, a newer Magnet Shroom, and Gold Magnet. Next we have not one, not two, not three, but four Bonk Choys. This one, his arms are very worn out. Up next we have my first cattail, my second cattail, my third cattail, and my fourth cattail. All of these are failed attempts to get the real cattail. Next we have the OG Spring Bean and the newer Spring Bean. Next we have two Blover, old versus new, and two Cactus, old versus new. Here's old Saucer and Pitaya, and very well redone new Saucer and Pitaya. Very smooth. Up next we have Pumpkin, which I got at a spirit shop, and Mini Pumpkin from the OG series, if any of you were able to watch that without cringing. And I just lost the small pumpkin. I can't even find it now. More of the Kung Fu Squad. Bamboo Shoot. Heavenly Beach. Fire Gourd. Feels a little bit different on the back than the front. And the Tactical Cucumber. Old Chili Bean. New Chili Bean. And newer Chili Bean. Here is a Chomper Pillow. Here is Apple Palm. Apple Bomb. His neck is always bent this way for some reason. Starfruit. Laser / Super Bean. Squash. Citron. Brussa. Doge Tail. Very, very fluffy. Garlic. One of my favorites, to be honest. And Small Pepper. Next we have Your Highness Sunflower Queen. Or just a giant sunflower plush. And Gatling Pea. It's very annoying how this mouth is always bent out. Another Gatling Pea, which we called Gatling Pyro in one of the BFMI videos. Up next, we have the Bendy Neck Snapdragon. I am not buying the newer one. Up next, we have my original iceberg lettuce and a newer non-fake iceberg lettuce. Old Lightning Reed, and here is newer Lightning Reed. I'm definitely happy they decided to do one of their few remodels on Lightning Reed. Old Coconut Cannon, new Coconut Cannon, old Imitator, new Imitator. Both from Neon Mixtape Tour, we have Electric Blueberry and Fat Beat. We have McGlory, I'm pretty sure that's what this one's called, or MC Glory or something. And then we have my first lily pad and my second lily pad. This was my second lily pad actually, and this was my third lily pad. This one I turned into Tangle Kelp with some yarn and tape. This turned out pretty terrible in my opinion, because it was probably one of my first custom plushes. Up next we have a fake Tallnuts maybe? I'm not sure if this is fake or not. If I ever get the real Tallnut, I'll probably use this as the giant walnut from Walnut Bowling 2. And here is a big squash that I was originally going to use as the Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare mini boss squash. Up next we have a series of little plants. Starting off with Pea Shooter, Sunflower, Apple Bomb, Chomper, as I said in the 2018 collection. I really hate this one. Little Melon Pult, La Jalapeno, Kernel Pult, the flaps are very, very smooth. Sunshroom, Walnuts, Snow Pea, Marigold, Squash. Up next is a Infinite plush that I attempted to make. No, I did not ever make the base, if that's what you were wondering, if you saw episode 33. And this was my first plush that I tried to make purely of Hog Blue. As you can see by the back, it did not turn out very well. At the time, I was very low on blue felt, and it did not turn out great. Up next is Crochet Gloom Shroom that I ordered off Etsy. I think this was actually the first plush I ordered off Etsy, but now that I don't have a camera, you can actually see it. Very, very nice. Although the only problem is definitely the size. Up next, we have one of the customs I made that I'm most proud of, Bowling Bulb. Here he is, re-showcasing him off again for the second time. Here's the mini bulb. Stuff that back in. Here's the medium bulb. And the big bulb. If you're wondering how I made these, I'm not really gonna explain how I made this because it'd be pretty complicated, but how I made the dirt is basically I just sewed together a tube of brown stuffing, and then I got some more pieces of thread and wrapped it around pieces of the tube really tightly to create like these like little rock type things. So that's how I did that, and yeah, this is Bowling Bulb. Oh, God damn it. Oh yeah, here's what it looks like without all the bulbs in it. The last plush that'll conclude my Plants vs. Zombies plants is the Nightcat custom plush I got for Christmas last year. Well, I shouldn't really say last year since it was like 2 months ago. But here's Nightcat. He's very fluffy, very big, very nice cap, very flimsy. And yeah, he looks really great, but of course the only problem is the size. Yes, this is a custom. No, I did not make it. I bought it off Etsy. Moving on to the zombies. Starting off, we have my original Norm. Very worn out and with a cape. Super Norm, some of you may know him as. He is fake, but I could not care less. And also, if you're wondering where I got this Kate thing, I got it from the Captain Idiot plush. Then we have both of the Odois, 2 more fake zombies, and Jeffrey! I haven't seen this plush much on YouTube. I'm not sure how rare he is. Next up is everybody's favorite, Ugly Norm. Here he is in all of his glory. This is my original, one of the Plants vs. Zombies first I ever gotten, because my first ever Plants vs. Zombies plush were all in a bundle, and this was one of them. Surprisingly, this one is not fake, despite it being shipped with a lot of fakes. And I did manage to find his cone. And here's another one. Original duck tube. He did used to have a tie, but it ripped off. Newer duck tube with a tie. OG eraser. Did I just say eraser? I meant newspaper. And newer newspaper. Here is original bucket head, sitting comfortably inside of his bucket. If you remember in the original PvZ series, he would sail on the water levels in his bucket, which apparently my younger self thought could be possible for some reason. Alas, here's another bucket head. His helmet does not want to stay over his eyes for some reason. Whenever I leave him alone, I'll always find it with its helmet over its eyes. Here is my original pirate. Another pirate. Here is my original hambone, or cowboy zombie, whatever you want to call this guy. Newer cowboy. Here is ancient Egypt's raw zombie. Very nice. I really like this one. And also, if you're wondering, I got this zombie, Jeffrey, and 3 other zombies in a bundle you will see in a couple minutes. And I'm happy I did, because I cannot really find these anymore whenever I go on the shop. Here's a extra fake raw. Here is Swashbuckler zombie, as you may know him from my series. And then there's Captain Deadbeard. I know they made a plush of him, which I actually did try to get, but it never came in the mail, unfortunately. The head of the zombies, head zombie. Here's my original. Here's another head zombie. Another head zombie. This one I might start using soon, because it does look a little bit better. And another zombie. Then we have these 2 cowboys in different clothing. I feel like I'm missing one of them. But, oh yeah, that's right. This one. This one also came with the raw set I told you earlier. Yellow. Is a pirate zombie, is another pirate zombie. Yes, this is from the same set as the one I just mentioned a couple seconds ago. And another pirate zombie. I tried to get those really shitty fake looking ones, like my norms over there, but again, they never came in the mail. Here is the dwarf zombie, or lobber named by Luigi fan. What pisses me off is how the shirt isn't big enough. Here is, I don't remember what I named this zombie, but here's the zombie that is meant to have a voice box in it, but for some reason I got one without it. I'm pretty sure he's still official, it just didn't come with it. But here he is. He is very nice to hold. Again, I tried to order the other one with it, the voice box, but it didn't come in the fucking mail! Oh yeah, and here's Droney. Here is the Hard-Eyed Imp zombie. The Cowboy Imp. Again, one of the more bigger imp plushes. The Relic Hunter zombie, I think this one's name was. The bag is removable. I did not have to cut off any threads, if I remember correctly. Here is Duckweed, one of the more taller zombies, just because of the legs. Then we have the Gong zombie from the Kung Fu world. I detached the whatever you want to call this in the gong, so that it would look better. And here's my original bomb zombie too. And I have duplicates. Here's the original Dolphin Rider oh wait, no, this is the stunt double's Dolphin Rider. Here's the original Dolphin Rider, complete with a dolphin that I just found in my freaking garage. Here's my first Michael Jackson zombie / original disco zombie, my second Michael Jackson / original disco zombie, and my third Michael Jackson / original disco zombie. The flexiest of them all, Flexi Zombie. One of our show's veterans. One of the more stuffed zombies, definitely. This arm is a little bit flimsier than the other arm, especially with the bracelet. Here is the, what's this one called? The Punk Zombie. I love all the piercings. Again, me repeating myself 2 years ago, I love how some of the piercings are 2D and some of them are 3D. And the Norm Zombie from Need Mixtape Tour. They did a very bad job with this one, in my opinion. Here's the breakdancer zombie. He is very nice. He's got a ponytail for whatever reason. The hat is nice. He looks very, very, very spooked. And, BLM. We're almost done with the zombies that are unlocked, supposedly in my series. Here's the beach flag zombie. He has a different material on his body that rather than his arms or head for some reason. Here are two of the hard-eye disco zombies. This is my original one. This is a newer one I got in a bundle. Next on the chopping block, we have Hammer Zombie. I can hear tape for some reason, but I don't know where I taped him. Oh, god damn it. But here's his hammer too. Now, the one, the only, Dr. Zomboss. One of my favorite characters to voice, just cause how retarded he is. He looks very nice. I love the lab coat. I love everything about it. Although, the only downside is that his neck is a little bit flimsy compared to other plushes. But it's no big deal. I'm happy I got this plush in the way it was, because I've seen some people who've gotten this plush, and their mouths have been, like, extremely far out. The cardboard is all bent. I'm happy with the condition I got my Zomboss in. Next, we have Gargantuar. Oh, hold on a sec. Here's Gargantuar, but I have three Gargantuars. Here are all three of my Gargantuars. I got the other two in bundles, so don't call me a freaking show-off for having this much, because I mainly just get bundles for rare plushes. But, all the imps are removable. Well, you have to cut the thread first, but then they're removable, and I'm not doing it. Moving on, we have a series of small zombies, like before with the plants, if I can find the right one to start off with. This was my first ever little zombie. I got him in a bundle with a little duckweed and a little head zombie. Oh, there he goes. And following him came a lot more of those same ones. Not from the same seller, though, and probably not from the same brand, because they look and feel different. Hold on, let me do a side-by-side comparison. And again, from that same lineup, we have the little flexi zombie, the little cowboy zombie, little coney, and little doctor. Quick! Moving on to the zombies that have not been introduced in my main canon series. We have the pompadour zombie, the bikini zombie, the surfboard zombie with the longest arms ever because I cut them off his head, which was not the greatest decision as the results don't look all too good. Although, I was still happy with it in the end because then I got to do this. There was originally a surfboard on here, I don't know what happened to it, but I got a Build-A-Bear Workshop surfboard and it works a lot better, so that's mainly what I was going for. Let's see if any of you remember this. It's Bucket Jeffrey! Here's Bucket Jeffrey tag. I did cut the bucket off, and if you watch my BFMI series, Lemmy has this. Basically the same as the other one, although it's a lot more retarded looking, and it still has black in its eyelids. And then we have the coned, Kung Fu World zombie, and I cut the cone off. Ikaban! Next we have a 2019, I think? Mummy zombie. Freaking thing is blocking his eyes. There we go. Marvelous. Not the best of their plushes, but I'll take it. Here are two Jester zombies, this one being my original. The coloring isn't all exactly right, but we get the idea. Here is the Night zombie with the javelin. I originally thought this was from an animation I saw a while back called Garden Combat, and it took place in the Dark Castle or something, whatever. But apparently it's from the Chinese version, because apparently the knights had javelins in the Chinese version. This, I'm not entirely sure, but my guess is that this is meant to be the wizard zombie. Definitely the weirdest mouth design they've ever went with, the laziest hair they've ever went with. But yeah, it is a very, overall, not so great plush. The cape's a nice touch, I guess, but basically I will be using this as the wizard zombie once I continue my PvZ series. And instead of turning plants into sheep, is that what he did? I don't remember. He's just gonna turn plants into these abominations that I told you guys to name 3 years ago, told you to stop naming it, and you guys keep naming it, even up to this day. I've told you numerous times that competition is over, and you keep trying to freaking name it. Here's one of the newer ones. We have the Bandit Zombie. I'm not sure if this is from Dark Ages, but my guess is that it is. It looks Dark Agey enough. But yeah, here's the Bandit Zombie. One of my favorites. What might be the last of my Dark Ages zombie plushes, because there's a lot of them that I don't probably know that exist that I might have. Here's the Dark Wizard Zombie. I don't know what he does in the game. I heard he puts people to sleep, but again, I'm not sure. He looks really nice. I really like the book and this thing, I guess. In my series, he's just gonna be a spellcaster. I think I might have said that once. And then here's that one zombie from the arcade game. The hair's a nice touch because I love how fluffy it is. Not much to say about this one. And then there's this guy. It's been kind of debatable what this zombie is meant to be. There are plenty of people who say it's the zombie that you don't get, but you see by scrolling all the way down and finding it there. But it doesn't have the scroll, but in the Kung Fu version, this guy like launches a scroll at you or something. I'm not really sure. I heard he was called the Talisman Zombie, but again, I'm not sure. Here's the Ice Skater Zombie, which is meant to be a secret zombie in PvZ1, but again, with a lot of these guys, I am nowhere near sure. Up next here is a zombie wearing a sock on his body and head for some reason. I got this off of a bid for a bundle, and this guy's zombie came with it, so yeah, it's literally just made out of 2 hand socks. But yeah, here's this zombie. Up next here is the chicken nugget zombie. I mean the imp dinosaur costume zombie. Again, I don't know what this is called. I think it's called the egg roller zombie or something, because it rolled something in the game. I'm not entirely sure. But here's this thing. Here's the metalhead slash bass zombie, boss zombie, bass zombie. He has a tie clipped to his chin. I can't imagine how that would feel. He has very nice clothing. I'm not entirely sure what this guy does. Another one to add to the collection of the many I don't know what they do. If you saw that one PvZ video, here's the Red Boy Imp Zombie, or Coca-Cola. And to my long-haired folk, I don't know how you can deal with hair going over your eyes like that. Here is the Mega Adui from the episode where the Norm ate the Mega Mushroom. I'm not sure if this is fake or real, but regardless, it's a pretty nice plush. And I got a lot of comments in my Plants vs. Zombies plush collection from 2018 stating that I forgot about this guy. Yeah, I didn't actually well, I kind of did. I didn't actually forget about him. Whenever I was editing the video, I used to use iMovie, and you were only able to make 15-minute videos, and the video was already too long, so I had to cut this guy's segment out, so that's why he's here. And also, for some reason, he didn't come with arms, which he was supposed to come with. And you can see and hear the Velcro. Okay, there we go. Oh shoot, I think I just messed up his whole shirt. Here is the Pirate Gargantuar, or Pirate Brute, as I will be calling him, because he's in no way a Gargantuar. He's more of a brute, because he's nowhere near the size of the other Gargantuars, as you can clearly see. So I'm going to be calling this guy the Pirate Brute. Giga Bucket, Giga Bucket, Giga Bucket. Here is Rockstar Zomboss, or the Stage Thrasher, or whatever the Neon Mixtape Tour boss was called. But here he is, the Neon Mixtape Tour Zomboss. Instead of making an actual official Zomboss plush, they went with this for some reason. So here he is, very nice mohawk, very nice leather clothing. Again, one of my favorites. Here is this zombie. You can clearly see he's from the Kung Fu world with the Asianness. Yeah, cut that last bit out, it was kind of f***ed up. I don't know what he's called, I don't know what he does, I don't know anything about him. Here's the Kwai-Chi Qigong Zen Sensei zombie. I have no idea which name it is, and I probably didn't even name the name that it's actually named. That was a lot of names, nameception. Here he is, a nice zombie in my count. Completing the Kung Fu collection, we have the God of Wealth, giant ass orange. Very, very, very nice articulation on the cape. Here is the Sunflower Zombie, and 2 more zombies from that set, being the Flexi slash Pole Vault and Normal Zombie. What's interesting about these zombies, and surprisingly enough, never mind, yes I did on Sunflower. This was my first zombie that I got from these 3, and I got it from a crane game, surprisingly. Their heads can pop off, and interestingly about this one, now that I'm smart enough to read, I can read the tag, and there was a pea shooter Snuffy and Sunflower from that collection. If any of you ever find these, feel free to DM me on Discord or something, because I've never seen these and I would really like to know what they look like. All of these have the capability to die. Next we have Super Brains! One of the rarer plushes I've seen. Thank God I got this when it came out, because nowadays when people sell these, they sell in really horrible condition. Tra-la-la! Here is the Yeti Zombie. Took me a bit of years to find this, but I finally got my hands on one. very, very fluffy, and with no neck. Coming to a close, we have the super duper ultra rare PSA 10 golden limited edition ultra rare limited stock Disco Zombie, the red one. Here he is in all his glory. I got him in pretty good conditions. His pants aren't dirty at all. I haven't found any stains on him. He still has his glasses, which is a shocker. So here he is. Up next, we have this abomination. And if some of you OG fans are watching this video, I don't know why I kept this around for so long. This is one of those plushes that I won off that bid along with that sock zombie. But here he is. He's just a zombie clothed in Smarties. And also, have you ever tried the Smarties squeeze? Because if you haven't, then don't try it. Here's my Build-A-Bear funded football zombie. The clothes are definitely too big, but I'm pretty happy with it. Out of any team, I picked the Jets for some reason. And here's his football. God damn it. Here is the extremely rare zombie pea shooter and Snow Pea. No, I'm kidding. These aren't the official extremely rare zombie and Snow Pea. I made these myself with a pea shooter, Snow Pea, and 2 zombies. That's also the origin story of those abominations that you saw earlier. And along with those, I also made the jalapeno zombie and another unofficial one, the chomper zombie. I don't think I ever officially showed this off. I don't know if I did this in my 2018 collection, but alas, here is Super Mario. I used a fake Mario that I won out of the crane machine and made the Mario zombie with a zombie head and, of course, a Mario body. And that's, yes, where the Dumb King head came from. And that completes my zombies collection, actually. I have no more zombies to show off. That was my last zombie. So that makes the last of my 2021 Plants vs. Zombies plush collection. You heard that right. I have no more Plants vs. Zombies to show off. This is all my zombies, a little bit of plants behind there, and all my plants. And I just put the gargantuars over there. If this thing doesn't f***ing shut up. Also, some other notable mentions that have appeared over the years. Here's the Bulbabot, the Zombie Mobile, Penny the Monster Truck, if you remember that, and Crazy Dave, and the Dry Bones car, and the Yoshi Mobile, even though that wasn't a PVZ thing. And now that I think about it, this was the turret that Flexi Zombie used in that one video. Mario time! Up first, just to even out the space, we have Giant Mega Crane Game Luigi. Yes, I didn't win this from a crane game. I won it from some type of carnival game. I think it was balloon popping or something. But he is very fake, very big, very torn. Like, this button's about ripped, and this one is already ripped. There's holes all over it. It's very, very annoyingly flimsy. Alright, now getting to what more you guys would probably want to see. Here we have Goldie, Super Mario Bros. Wii set Mario, and Luigi. My first 2 Mario plush. Actually, my first 3 Mario plush, because I got this one first. I actually found this one in my porch. That's not a lie. And, not my porch, my Florida room. And Luigi and the Goldie Koopa, which you'll see later, I got from a crane game. So yeah, here they are. I still need to fix this frickin' hole. Here is one of the numerous fake Mario Party 5 Peach plushes out there. Not at all its size. It was very poorly made. It's ripping everywhere. It's very old. Everything's flimsy. And it just overall sucks because it's a fake. And next up, we have 2 Goldie Toad. This one, which looks really good, which I regret cutting the shirt strings off. And then there's this Toad, which might be real, but I'm debating on it since it looks so much different and has this freaking bulge. This was actually my original Toad, and this one used to be Typin's, but he gave it to me. Hello! On the contrary, we have Mario Party 5 Peach, which looks a lot better, feels a lot softer, and it's definitely overall nicer. A lot smaller compared to other Mario plushes, though. And Mario Party 5 Toad. These are my only Mario Party 5 plushes, and I got them recently if you saw my Christmas bundle. Very soft head. Everyone's favorite cute carnivore, Yoshi. I'm pretty sure this is the All-Star brand Yoshi. I don't think this is the Sanai, but still very nice. Larcel. And we got 5 other colors where that came from. Blue Yoshi, Black Yoshi, Orange Yoshi. This one is probably the nicest in my opinion, because if you notice, some of the noses are like octagonish, but this one is nice and circular. And then, what happened to Red Yoshi right here? A while back, my father spilled coffee on him, and I was an idiot and didn't clean it off, so that's what happened to Red Yoshi. And then there was the infamous fake Yoshis, which are probably the easiest to run into. They got these weird papery shells, these fat, ugly noses, and just everything about them is awful. This one I kind of like, though, because it's fluffier than the rest. I'm not sure if this is the same brand. It looks like it, but who knows? All-Star and Sanai Plush look exactly the same, so who knows? Maybe this is official. But, yeah, these ugly freaking Yoshis. And then there's the mini Yoshis, which I'm pretty sure are fake, but I still like the mini Yoshis. If any of you remember Mr. Trummo before he quit, was the villain in his series, and that's basically what made me get these Yoshis. Up next we have Baby Mario, Baby Luigi, and Baby Peach, one of the more rare plush in my collection, because you don't see these guys very often. I mainly only see them in Mr. Gojira's videos. I haven't really seen them anywhere else. Baby Luigi and Karen. Some very more common fakes. We have the fake Baby Mario and Baby Luigi, which are way too big, way too derpy, way too fat, way too flimsy, just everything a fake should have. Oh yeah, and then there was Mace Windu from the Yoshis. Next up, we have the bigger Mario, which I did use in the Rise of Skeletor whenever Mario fought Darkshade Lycanroc. I'm not sure if this is fake or not. It looks fake. Here is Toadette, and despite this possibly being fake, I'm not entirely sure. It is very, very overseen until the All-Star one came out, which looks way too big on the head in my opinion, so I'm not getting the new one. But here's Toadette, and then we have Toadsworth. I cut off his staff a while back for some reason. I'm not really sure why I did that. Here is Dumb, Dense, Dull, Derpy Daisy. I'm not sure if this is real, but it looks so goddamn hilarious that I'm keeping it in my collection. Fake Rosalina and Luma. Not the worst of the fakes. Luma could not be as Putin, though. Here are 2 Fire Marios. And here's Fire Luigi. Very floppy legs on Luigi. It's always this type of Luigi plush that always has floppy legs. Fake Flying Squirrel Mario, and real Flying Squirrel Luigi. If you're wondering why Luigi's hat looks like this, it used to be stuffed and sewed on, but it's no longer, so I had to just wrap it around his hair. World of Nintendo Tanuki Mario. I always hated the World of Nintendo Marios. They just look so weird. And fake Fox Luigi. Oh, the hat fell off. And then here's White Tanuki Cat, not Tanuki Cat, White Tanuki Suit Mario. Even if this is fake, I still really like it. It just feels very nice. Here's World of Nintendo Ice Mario, and World of Nintendo Keychain Mario, which I am going to use as Mini Mario, even though Mini Mario is supposed to be a lot smaller than this. I think this is just about as small as most plushes can get. Next up is Fuzzy, Fluffy, Furry, Feline, Mario, and Luigi. These are both real, and I'm very happy with both of these plush. Especially Luigi. I like the spots on Luigi. You can tell most of the time if they're real if they have beanbags in them. Here's Squirrel, Blue Toad, and Yellow Toad. I always liked the Blue Toad more than the Yellow Toad. Fake Boo Mario and Boo Luigi. There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to find the real Boo Mario. This'll have to do, I suppose. Here is fake Frog Mario, World of Nintendo Penguin Mario, and Captain Toad. Captain Toad is real, but this is one of my definitely more worn out plushes. The tag's missing, the headlight is falling off, the backpack is bent off, and whenever I got this, I cut the radish and the axe. If you noticed, I gave the axe eyes, because in the game it has eyes, but for some reason on the plush they didn't give it eyes. Up next we have Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon Luigi. Oh my f***ing god. Yes, this is Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon Luigi. And here's the Poltergust 5000, I think it was. If you're wondering what happened to him, James wanted to make this Luigi like a dumber version of Luigi, and used like paint paste or something to like mess up the entire plush and then just completely abandon it. But it wasn't my original Luigi, so whatever. Up next is World of Nintendo Metal Mario and All-Star Metal Mario. I went over this in my Christmas special. I definitely love this one more, and that's what I think about that one. But yeah, here's Metal Mario. He's very nice, very glossy, and just like get an expression on that sexy felt. Oh god. I love my new camera. Here's one of the newest additions to Mario's side protagonists, Cappy. This is a fake Cappy plush, and there was no real Cappy plush at the time. Another plush paint job, which wasn't a total failure. Here is Luigi from Luigi's Mansion 3. But here is Luigi. I just got a Goldie Luigi and just painted it green. Here is Hammer Mario from the Super Mario Bros. 3 set. I almost said world. Hold on, let me see what brand this is. I don't even remember. Bam Presto. So here's Hammer Mario, one of the most definitely underrated power-ups. From that same lineup, we have Cape Mario. I took the cape off of it and put it on Luigi in the Rise of Skeletor Part 3, if you remember. Here it is. Yes, it was a pain to get off the plush, and yes, it was very risky, and yes, it almost ripped. As you can see that there's barely any felt here. But here's the cape, and it came with the buttons off when I got it, so sad. Here is very old Wing Cat Mario. Very small, he's very dirty. He is not in the greatest condition, but you take what you can get, right? He's still pretty nice, he's pretty satisfying to hold. His entire lower body is made of beanbags, which is pretty neat, except for the arms and the head. Stickers all around, and yeah. Now moving on to the custom Mario good guys, which I only have 3 of. Here is Mr. Eraser. Very nice in my opinion. I made it as flat as I could because it's flat in the game, if I remember correctly. Flimsy legs. The only problem with mine is the head. I didn't want it to be the same color as the eraser part, so I made it like brownish, grayish, and it made it look demented. But it's still pretty nice in my opinion. And then we have another one from the same game, Patrick. I went to Nintendo New York and got a brick block keychain. Well, I think it was a keychain, I'm not really sure. And I just put some eyes and legs over it. If you're wondering why it has this like brown pouch under it, is because this used to have a hole in it, because if you remember in Super Mario Bros. 3, the brick block jumping Goombas, yeah, I had a Goomba inside of here originally, but I made it into Patrick. And then the final custom Mario hero is Geno from Super Mario RPG Legend of the 7 Stars. He's very nice, very stiff all over, pretty stuffed to the brim, maybe not the arms. I like the beads for the necklace, cape thing. Pretty nice plush. Definitely taller than the rest, which is kind of a downside, but everything else looks pretty good. Oh yeah, another useless feature. These things bend out. I don't know why the maker made them like this, but yeah, they do that. Again, I don't know why. I really don't. These are all my Mario good side plushes. Luigi up there. And moving on to power-ups. My original Super Mushroom. This eye has always been like pushed up for a little bit, as if the mushroom looks already cracked out. Here's my original Mini Mushroom. Here's my original 1-Up Mushroom. My original Orange Mushroom, which I was originally going to make into a Propeller Shroom. But alas, there is no Propeller Mario plush. Well, actually, there is a Propeller Mario plush, a Shoe Mario plush, and a Frog Mario plush, and a couple others, but they're hard to get your hands on. And lastly, here's my original small Mega Mushroom plush. These plush are fake, I'm pretty sure, but there's not many plush like it, so I don't care. And then here's my newer Red Mushroom, my newer Mini Mushroom, my newer 1-Up Mushroom. I don't have a new Orange Mushroom. My newer small Mini Mushroom, not Mini Mushroom, Mega Mushroom, a Yellow Mushroom, a Magenta Mushroom, a light pink mushroom, a purple mushroom, which I might turn into the poison shroom, a turquoise mini mushroom, sort of, and from the Mario Bros. DS set, the Mega Mushroom. This one is real, unlike the rest of them. Next up here is a top hat, I mean a warp pipe. It goes pretty deep down, all the way to the bottom of the cardboard right here. Very smooth and very nice. Here's the Goldie Mario Bros. Wii set, question mark block. I'm pretty sure this is from the Wii set, I'm not entirely sure actually. It has like a sound player in it, but I'm pretty sure it's long broken. It might still work if I like throw it hard against the wall. Oh, it just went off, nice. Yeah, it's very old. That's not working. pretty sure I just broke it for good. Here is a green shell, a red shell, and a banana peel. Very squishy, very smooth, very nice, very worth it in size, and a good plush to have. Here is the OG's Fire Flower, which I lost its leaf on, and Wii's Ice Flower. I personally like the Ice Flower more, even in Galaxy. And I also forgot to mention the Black Mushroom earlier. Here is a purple shell that I wanted to be a blue shell. It had a blue thing on the page, but it turned out to be purple for some reason. And I don't know why the seller sold this instead. But here's the purple shell. If I ever use this in a video, I would probably make it do something different but similar to the blue shell. Here's Giant Pillow Blue Shell. From the same lineup as the banana peel and the two shells. It is very squishy and probably would be comfortable to lay on. I haven't tried it yet, if you were to lay on this side. Next up, here are two eyeballs from a Wow Wow Wubsy character plush, which I'm not showing because I left a lot of the useless plushes in a closet. But if you're wondering why I'm showing this, is because I used these eyes in the Baby Mario Odyssey video, if you remember that. And we'll get to where that cap is right now anyway. So here it is. Up next is the Superstar I used in the Rise of Skeletor Part 3. Up close view. Pretty nice. And then lastly, we have the 7 stars from Super Mario RPG Legend of the 7 Stars. These are homemade plush. Back then, I would just print pictures of things onto like these balls of felt and just stitch them together and then just call them plushes. And that's what I did with these. Red star, blue star, orange star, purple star, green star, which I'm still pissed that doesn't have a background because I have OCD, the white star I'm guessing this one is supposed to be, and the yellow star. That finishes the second sector, the smallest of the 3 of my Mario plush collection. Now on to the baddies. Among the basic enemies, the most popular two-footed fungi, the Super Mario DS set Goomba. A very iconic Goomba, to say the least, and I'm very happy to have this one in my collection. And definitely one of the most satisfying of them to hold. Up next is the Sanai Goomba. They have beanbags in the feet, but they're like really, really bunched in there. Then we have World of Nintendo / All-Star Goomba, another very satisfying Goomba to hold, beanbag feet. And then there's this fake Goomba, which, if I ever did use this in a video, it would resemble the Goombas from Super Mario Odyssey. They're not completely micro Goombas, but they're definitely smaller than the rest of them. Then we have 2 Keychain Goomba, or Micro Goomba, comparison. This is the one that actually used to be inside Patrick over there as the blockhead zombie. Did I just say zombie? I meant Goomba. Up next is, I'm pretty sure, a fake Paragoomba. It's pretty decent, though, for a fake. Then we have another fake Paragoomba. This was my first Paragoomba. And then we have the All-Star / World of Nintendo Paragoomba. I actually got this one like a couple weeks ago, depending on whenever this video is uploaded. Very small wings. Side by side to the regular one, they are very similar. From one of the more underrated Mario games, yet still one of my favorites, Super Mario 3D Land for the Nintendo 3DS. Here's the Tanuki Goomba. This was my first one, and here's my second one, which still has his eyelashes. Up next we have the Macro Goomba. I got this at Nintendo New York, $29.99, which is honestly a pretty bad deal for this, but hey, I didn't have this Goomba, so what the hell. Very satisfying beanbag feet, nonetheless. Probably one of the most satisfying beanbag plush I have. Completing the Goomba fraction of the Mario baddies, we have the Bam Presto Super Mario World set Galoomba. Only reappearing in Super Mario 3D World, and probably maybe a spin-off game or two. Here's the Galoomba. Pretty satisfying to hold. The only annoying thing about this plush is that if you look close enough, this string isn't actually sewed to the plush, so that it bends down a little bit under the tooth, which gets annoying to try to keep up. Like this one, I don't have that same problem with because it stays up. Moving on to the Koopas, we have the Goldie Super Mario Bros. Ishmael Joseph Koopa, which is the 3rd ever Mario plush I have, and I won it in an arcade along with Luigi. I'm pretty sure I said that earlier. Maybe I didn't, who knows. I'll find out whenever I'm finished editing this video. But here he is in all of his glory, in decent condition, although his head likes to hang down like this, which gets really annoying. And then here's the official Sane, maybe? Koopa Troopa. Some of you may know him as Calvin. Next up we have cute yet fake red Koopa, and cute yet fake red Paratroopa. Up next are the bros, Hammer Bro, Boomerang Bro, and Bomb Bro, all fake. Well, actually, maybe not Bomb Bro, I'm not so sure about Bomb Bro. I don't know where his bomb is. I'll probably find it once I'm, like, maybe a quarter done with this collection, because, yeah, we haven't barely got there yet. Next up, we have OG Koopa Troopa. He's a very satisfying shell. His entire shell lining is coming apart, though. He held up pretty nice. I'm not entirely sure what brand this is. There was another size of this, but I managed to get my hands on the small one. I'm not sure if this was made for the original Super Mario Bros. Or Super Mario Galaxy, because these Koopas were in Galaxy 2, so who knows. Completing the Koopa cult, we have the Caped Koopa from the Bam Presto Super Mario World set yet again. Oh wait, that's Victokai. Okay, never mind, I got that wrong. Here he is. Next up, we have the plants. Here is my original piranha plant in pretty poor condition. Well, maybe not really poor condition, but you can clearly tell that this is fake. What made up for it, the All-Star piranha plant. Yet again, one of my plush, I got that Nintendo New York tag. Up next, we have the piped piranha plant, the smaller one. I got this a long time ago, surprisingly, at a store that is no longer in business. No, it was not Toys R Us. And I'm happy I did, because I cannot even find the small one anymore. I mainly just see the big ones. I like how he's frowning on one end and then just smiling on the other end. Next up, we have 2x4 piranha plants. These two are fakes. Wait, yep, this one is the fake. This one I got recently, actually, like a month ago or something. And then this one is my first piranha plant, which I got like 8 years ago or something. Next up, we have Galaxy's introduction boss, Dino Piranha. 2 of them. This one was my original one, and had to be re-sewed numerous times because this one kept on ripping. But I got a new one, which has held up pretty good since then, and very, very stuffed. Completing the greenhouse, we have the Super Mario Bros. DS set, PD Piranhas, 2 of them. I got this one from a bid along with the Goomba, the Mega Mushroom, Balloon Boo, which you'll see soon, and probably another plush that I don't remember. But here he is. This was my first PD Piranha. This one I got in another bundle because I lost my original Balloon Boo, and he still has his tag. But it was very, very satisfying plush to hold yet again. The DS plush are always so satisfying to hold. One Koopa I forgot to add because it was sitting in the back because it's very delicate. Chargin' Chuck from the Super Mario World Victokai set. Yes, his helmet is in very bad condition because I got this one used. The face grip moves, or the face protector, whatever you want to call it. It is a pretty satisfying plush to feel. It's got like a sort of blanketish feeling shell outline, and one of my more favorites of my rares. Next up, we have the Sanai Collection. The camera will focus. Okay, finally. The Sanai Collection Buzzy Beetle. A very, very, very nice plush. I really like it. It's very satisfying to hold underneath. Not much to say about this one. Up next, we have a fake Lakitu plush, and knowing my old self, I cut the Lakitu out of it. Here's Spiny, though. And here's Lakitu without the cloud. Very hideous. And then there was this one, Spike. It's been kind of debatable whether this one is a fake or not. I'm pretty sure it is just a bit... I'm not entirely sure if this is fake or not, but here it is. I would get the Sanai Spike, but I don't really care enough to get it. And then here's Birdo from Super Mario Bros. 2. A yet fake, pretty nice plush, and has held up good for a fake plush. I know I keep saying this, but like, always a rough kid, and I'm surprised this thing hasn't ripped. From the same game, we have Shy Guy, my original fake Shy Guy, the one that was seen up until BFMI Season 2, Episode 10, in which case I got the All-Star / World of Nintendo Shy Guy. Yet another plush that I got at Nintendo New York. He's a lot nicer, beanbag shoes, fluffy all over, mask. I'm pretty sure this is a fake, but I have the Spear Guy from supposedly Mario Party 5, but I'm pretty sure this is fake. I'm not entirely sure though, because this is one of the more newer plushes. I picked this up not too long ago, but yeah, here's Spear Guy. Up next is my first Pokey, my big Pokey from, this is probably fake, but it's pretty sure it's meant to resemble the Mario Galaxy Pokey, as it has these orange leaves. Did I just say, oh god, I'm so colorblind. And then we have the All-Star, maybe? Which one is this? All-Star or Sanai? I don't remember. But whatever the case, here he is. Definitely a lot nicer. Beanbags. And then, here's the Thwomp pillow. It says pillow on it, but we all know the real purpose of this. Or at least what it's only bought for. Because, like, who would honestly want to sleep on on this. Up next, here's my one and only cheat sheet. I'm not sure if this is fake, but I have been told by a couple commenters that this is real and rare, although I've been told that it's the opposite as well, so I'm not entirely sure. Comment if this is real or not. Here's the blooper. This one is not a fake, surprisingly, despite it being unseen. I've almost never seen this blooper on any other YouTube channel. A small squishy plush. A peculiar pic of Santa, I think. Here is the Porcupuffer, one of the most annoying bitches in the world in the Mario games. So specifically Super Mario Wii and Wii U. This thing would always chase you around and then jump up randomly. It was the most annoying thing in the world, especially for mountain/water levels or beach levels. Completing the aquatic bunch, we have the Rip Vanfish. I'm pretty sure this was called. The Rip Vanfish is part of the Super Mario World set, and if you're wondering why this eye looks a little f***ed up, this thing used to be on this eye, but it fell off, and so I had to improvise. I did as best as I could, trying to scrape off the hot glue, and this is the outcome. It doesn't look too bad from a distance, but if you go closer, you can clearly see the flaws. In Super Mario World, he will await sleeping, and if Mario got too close to him, he would wake up and chase you around. He's basically the spiny Cheep Cheep, but less annoying. Next up, the paranormal pocketful, well actually not at all pocketful, of boos. Here is my Suneye Boo, which I got recently, and here is my original Boo, which looks retarded, and it's flat, it looks like a teardrop from the side, it's just stupid looking, and I turn it into a stupid character. Next up, we have cheap boos. We have this Boo, that Boo, this Boo, that Boo. All of these boos are, well, I'm not sure about this one, but these three boos are unofficial, but I have them for some reason, and this is a scared Boo, and the strange thing is that this thing opens up and has nothing inside of it. You can put things in here, but I don't know why you would ever want to do that. And then there was this one. I wanted to order a big Boo plush. I ordered one, and that happened. It is bigger than the normal Boo, but definitely not as big enough. Unless you classified this the Mario Big Boo. Now that is small for a Big Boo. Another tailed foe from Super Mario 3D Land, we have the Tanuki Boo. This is my original, and this is another one. This one is a lot softer, and this is still my original and probably very dirty. And then there's this monstrosity. This was a Boo Mario, and it was my original Boo Mario, but it just completely fell apart. And that's basically the whole gist of it, and this was all that was left. The mustache fell off, the hat fell off, and all that was left of this is this just retarded screaming Boo with a nose that just makes it look absolutely retarded. So that's what happened to that. And then here we have Polterpup. This was a very hard plush to find at the time I got it, and I got it on an Easter of 2014 maybe? I'm not sure, but it was a long time ago, and I'm not sure what brand this is actually. Let me just check. It's whatever that says. Up next is my Balloon Boo from the Super Mario DS set. This Boo is exclusive to that game. I'm not sure if it's appeared in any spin-offs, but since then it has not appeared in any mainline games. What it would do is it would start off very big, and as it comes closer to you, it would shrink down because it uses the air inside of it to propel itself, and it would stand still, gain more air, and then start to use it to propel itself towards you more. So that's what the Balloon Boo does in the game, and I don't know why they ever decided to make this into a plush, but here it is. This is my newer Balloon Boo, but I actually found my old Balloon Boo not too long ago. I lost this Balloon Boo 5 years ago, and I found it like a month ago. I found it on top of my refrigerator. For 5 years, this plush has been sitting on my refrigerator, and I finally found it. The last of the Boos. Here is Bomb Boo from Super Mario Galaxy. The Bouldergeist fight, specifically. It's never appeared anywhere else. If I can get that piece of stuffing off. This is my own custom. It took like 2 weeks to make, I'm pretty sure, with just using free bits of my spare time. It turned out pretty good in my opinion. It can do most things a Boo can. I stitched it pretty nicely. The only problem is this glue stain on it, which still pisses me off to date, but hey, what can you do? Inspect the brushwork. Next up is Fuzzy, or Fuzzball, as the OGs know him as. Very stuffed and fake. But I managed to get my hands on the real Fuzzball, or the real Fuzzy, which has beanbags in it. This one does not. Wait, does it? No, it doesn't. But here he is. He's a lot squishier. And I got my hands on a third one for no apparent reason. but this one looks extremely funny, so I like it a lot. Up next is the Wiggler from the Soda Jungle, or originating in Super Mario World, or however you want to describe this guy. This is a fake, and I don't care about getting the real one, because this one looks good enough. I need to cut this freaking thread off. It's already pissing me off. Next, we have the official Screamy Whistle, IP Puesto, nobody, whatever the fuck the brand is, Monty Mole. I honestly don't know why this guy is so overpriced nowadays, but here he is in all of his glory. I got him years back whenever he came out, and now he's worth a gold mine for some reason. Again, I don't understand why. But, nonetheless, he is a pretty nice plush, and, he's definitely satisfying to hold. On the contrary, we have the Victor Kai, what's it called? Super Mario World Monty Mole, who has real sort of whiskers. Not really. Here he is. He's smaller, different shade. I don't know why. Here's the tags. If you for the commenters who always saying my stuff is fake. But yeah, those are my Monty Mole. Here is the Bullet Bill. He is fake. Here is the World of Nintendo Banzai Bill. He's not very big compared to him. But I got what I was looking for, which was the big Banzai Bill. One of my biggest plush. Well, my biggest plush is probably Luigi over there, but this is definitely up there. And then a similar column, we have Bomb, or Bob-Omb. That's a fake Bob-Omb. I don't know what brand this is, but it's some sort of real brand. Some real official brand. And then here's the Red Bob-Omb. I know he's not an enemy, and I should have put him with the other good guys, but he's just a side character in like one level, and it just fits more to put him with the other Bob-Ombs. Next up is Chain Chomp. My entire Chain Chomp collection is fake. I like these Chain Chomp because they have the realistic chains. So here they are, here are two of mine. This one doesn't have a chain, but that's fine because this one I could simply classify as the Mario Galaxy Chain Chomp, where they just boing along the ground. Here's the blue and red one. This was actually my first ever Chain Chomp. Here are two Chain Chomp that came with the Scared Boo over there. These two plush can open as well. They're two different expressions of Chain Chomp. Sort of, not really. And that's all my Chain Chomp. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot to mention about the mini Yoshis, I should have included this in there. That's the Yarn Yoshi from Yoshi's Woolly World Amiibo. Next up we have Nabbit, yet another very nice Mario plush. And then we have Kamek, and then we have Mecha Koopa, one of my favorite Mario plush, because I love the wind, I love the Bowser bracelet that is used as a shell outline. I love the screws, I love the feet. It's just a very detailed plush, and I really like it. It's definitely one of my favorites, despite it not being that rare. Mecha toy, Mecha toy, Mecha toy, Mecha toy. Oh yeah, I also lost the wand. I'll probably find it later though, whenever I'm done digging through all this. Moving on to the Skeletal Squad, we first have the smaller Dry Bones, one of my more rare plushes because I'm always seeing the big one and not the small one around, but alas, here's the small one. And again, here's another one, which might be a different brand because you can tell the differences. The shades in the gloves and feet are different. The head is fatter. Well, not really fatter. It's just, it looks wider, but it's not. It's more roundish, I should say that, like with the round curves. But alas, it's pretty similar, and this one is actually Typing Man's, not mine. And yes, this is the Dryer Bones, and this is the Dry Bones. They are not two of this. They are not the same plush. They are two separate plush. Same goes for Parabones and Dryer Parabones. This is my original Parabones. I'm pretty sure someone spilled like maybe coffee or chocolate on here a while back because that stain has been there for a while. And then here's the Dryer Parabones, which is clearly fake. It feels a lot different. Its head is round like the Dryer Bones, and so that's Dryer Parabones. This one is mine, unlike Dryer Parabones. Unlike Dryer Bones, god damn it. And then here's the darker Dry Bones, the newer one, which is a lot nicer. It feels a lot nicer. The only annoying thing is like these bumps in his chest, but it's not that big of a deal. And in the end, it's a very nice plush. Oh yeah, here's a bone that I got from Build-A-Bear Workshop that I also made Dry Bones use. And here is Parabrute. I called this one Dry Brute, and this one is Parabrute because it's just bigger. I mean, it only makes sense. But here he is. I've barely ever seen the big Parabones on YouTube. I am one of the few YouTubers I've ever seen use this. So that's kind of unique, I suppose. Although for some reason his pointer finger and maybe his ring finger, he's missing a finger. I don't know which one. But they're kind of spread apart for some reason. And it also has a hole in it. These three plush I got from my cousin, so they're kind of used. Next up is the Meme Stars. Starting off with yours truly, Wario. Pretty big for a Wario plush. This is the real rare Goomzilla one, or whatever YouTuber you prefer. Very nice. I really like this one. Here is everybody's favorite Waluigi. Here he is in all of his glory. Next up is Nerd Baby Waluigi and Baby Wario. These two are not from the same lineup as the other baby plush. I'm pretty sure these are fake, but there's no other baby Waluigi or baby Wario plush, so I got them anyway. And then I have 2 sets of fake baby Wario and baby Waluigi before the real ones. Well, these probably aren't even real either, but before these came out, I got 4 of these for some reason. So that's that. Up next here is my original DK, and then my DK that I won in a carnival. Both DKs are fake. Sorry about that. But both DKs are fake, as I was explaining, but this one definitely looks better, as, well, in my opinion, that one looks better. If you guys want me to use this one, if I ever were to use this, then, I mean, I'll go right ahead, but I'd definitely rather use this one. Oh yeah, and then there's Diddy Kong. Now we're getting to Koopa Kids / bosses / extras. Here is Super Mario Bros. Wii U Boom Boom. Very nice, very big arms. The shell looks very nice, and very satisfying plush to hold, yet again. And then here's his counterpart, Pom Pom, specifically the Super Mario 3D Land / World Pom Pom, as there's no other Pom Pom. And yes, I'm still triggered that Pom Pom got into Super Mario Party and Boom Boom didn't for some reason, as Boom Boom was introduced far earlier in Super Mario Bros. 3. Now we have Koopalings. Here is the original Lemmy I have, without the wand. This is one of my more well held up in condition plush, but despite it being dirty, it has lost nothing else, besides its wand, but I purposely cut that off. And then we have Lemmy, or the fake little buddy Lemmy, or whatever brand this is. It looks far more retarded, and is from a newer generation, and is not the original, as you can clearly see. Up next is Larry, yet again one of my better held up plushes, because all of the Koopalings were the stuff that me and my friends would use to destroy and play with and use the most. So these two have held up pretty well compared to the rest. And I have this wand, but this wand is actually from Lemmy, not this Lemmy. But this one still has its wand, surprisingly. So and these were my first 2 Koopalings actually. The rest of them I got separately. Up next we have Wendy and Iggy. Iggy is another almost perfectly held up Koopaling, as the only thing that's missing is this strap that's supposed to be in here. So now he's Snake. You funny pipe finger burp. His wand is actually pretty straight compared to Larry. And then here's Wendy. Now I did find this a while back. I'm not sure if this is Wendy's wand or not, but who knows? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But if this is Wendy's wand, then I'm leaving it with Wendy. Completing the Elite 7, here is Roy, Ludwig, and Morton. Roy has held up pretty decent, as he still has his bracelets, and he's missing his wand, but the only problem is that this has fallen down. But this is easy re-hot gluable, so that should be fine. And Ludwig has held up pretty decent, except for both of his bracelets being flung away. I've never had to resew Ludwig. Well, wait. Okay, maybe I've had to resew Ludwig. I'm not entirely sure. And then here's Morton, my favorite Koopaling of the bunch. And he's missing his wand and his bracelet, but that's all the damage he's sustained. I have never had to restitch this one. However, for Ludwig, Roy, and Morton, I've gotten new versions for, and I'm pretty sure this Roy was a fake, so I'm happy to have this new Roy. So here's a new Roy, a new Morton, and a new Ludwig. Now, I'm definitely going to switch out Ludwig, because this Ludwig is a lot cleaner, a lot fluffier, still has his wand, and just overall looks nicer, just because it's not as dirty. And then Morton, I might switch out Morton, I'm not entirely sure, because this Morton looks a little bit more derpy compared to this Morton. I might switch it out, or I might just take one of the bracelets off and then put it on Morton. I'm still debating on whether I should change it. But Roy, I'm definitely changing, because this Roy is like freaking long for some reason, but this Roy looks a lot better, and it still has his wand, and it's just better. I'm definitely switching it. But yeah, that ends off my Koopalings. Next we have Bowser Jr. This is a fake Bowser Jr., as you can tell by the brown spike outlines. It does look pretty similar to everyone else's Bowser Jr. except for this part of his head not being as long, and of course the round spikes like I mentioned earlier. But other than that, it looks pretty decent. But I got this one, which I'm not sure if this one is real or either or not, but it definitely looks better compared to this one, so I will definitely be switching over to this one. And I have 2 more Bowser Jr.'s, but they're from it's the Super Mario Sunshine one with the paintbrush. Now, this was my original one, I believe, and then I got this one after that from my cousin again. Now moving on, we have Bowser, the most seen Bowser in the world, the one that's hunched over and looking at the sky. Yeah, that's the Bowser that's ridiculously used for some reason. And then there is this Bowser, which is fake, but I wasn't going to use this anyway because I just like this one more. But here's this one. And then we have Dry Bowser, Dark Bowser. His arms are always pointed forward like a Fall Guy for some reason. And then King Koopa Bowser, one of my more recent Mario plush. Here is Skeletor, or Dry Bowser Jr. I simply just took a glossy vampire cape and a chain I won at a garage sale and slapped it on a Dry Bowser Jr. plush under the cape. And I turned the bib around too, like there's the bib right there. I turned it around because obviously this character is not meant to be Bowser Jr. in my show. But I still haven't sewed that freaking rip, surprisingly. I used that as an excuse to delay the rise of Skeletor, if you guys remember. But yeah, here's Skeletor, a very nice plush, very satisfying to hold, especially with the cape. And yeah, that's that. Now we're moving on to leftover extras. Here is Dragular, not an official Mario character, but if you watch Mr. Gojira 95, you know why he's included here. And I wrapped up the fire in his mouth. Up next here is Wacka from the 1,000-Year Door and Super Paper Mario, whichever one you prefer. I used Goomzilla's tutorial to make this Wacka, and don't complain, I didn't have the right shade of blue at the time, so this Wacka is more of a turquoise than the original. Still a pretty nice plush though. What-ka-doo! Here is King Kadir! Mr. Gojira's King K. Rool, or Disney alligator plush that he just slapped a crown and cape on. I don't know if the bands were there originally, but yeah, here's King K. Rool, and he came with this trumpet originally, like the Disney character or whatever movie this was from. It came with a trumpet originally, and I still kept it around just cause. And yeah, I don't know why I kept this around, but it came with the King K. Rool plush. So here it is, cape. It's literally just a sheet of felt with a cut-up end. Yeah, I like this plush a lot. Up next, we have Goober, or Gobber, from Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Like what I explained with the Power Stars earlier, this is just another picture-slapped plush. So yeah, that's all there is to say about that. Up next is a crochet, oh, I dropped it, is a crochet Pokio plush from Super Mario Odyssey. These little guys were in the Bowser Kingdom, and you use them to fight the Mecha Brutal, or whatever that boss was. This is one of my favorite capture targets, and I decided to buy a crochet version of it, and it came with the hat. Pretty nice. Up close view. Next is Egad. He is made by the same seller I usually buy from, and like with other plush, he is far too big, but still looks very nice nonetheless. The arms are slightly bendable. They don't stay bent for a very long time though. And the hair is nice, and the glasses, and yeah, pretty nice plush. And then from a similar game, here is King Boo, specifically the Dark Moon version. As you can see, the gem in his crown. I bought this because I love Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. It was one of my favorite games playing on the 3DS, and I played it for hours, specifically Scare Scraper, and I replayed the final boss like 18 times. So yeah, I bought this King Boo plush, and he has a ridiculously long tail for some reason. If you saw Beef of My 18, then you've already heard of this guy. Up next is Conk-Thor from Super Mario 3D World. If you saw my Christmas collection, you already know that I have this guy. He is a ostrich with a turtle shell for whatever reason, and he is very, very, very stuffed to the brim. Probably the most stuffed plush I have, because it is very hard to squish this thing. I'm surprised. This thing will probably rip soon, gonna be honest, because how stuffed it is. But here he is. He is very tall, but that's what I like because he's tall in the games. Very lengthy. He has a bendable neck, as I just broke his neck. Okay, your neck's not broken anymore. Feet, hair, and he's got a neat little feature under his glasses. Yeah, he has eyes under there. That has to be the most weirdest details this seller has ever made. But, unique nonetheless. the last Mario plush I have to offer you guys. Here is everyone's favorite jester, Dementio. I got this guy back in 2018, on Christmas actually, but I didn't want to show him off at first. And here he is. He's very, very fluffy. Very big in size compared to his inner game counterpart, but hey, what can you do? Arms, hands, cloak. A very nice plush from one of my all-time favorite Wii games, Dementio. You're gonna lose. So yeah, this completes my fully newly updated Mario plush collection of 2021. And yeah, my collection has grown quite a lot over the past 8 years, and I hope to keep growing it. If they actually decide to make more plush. But yeah, this is all my Mario plush. So now that we have fully completed the Mario and PvZ columns, let's go to Pokemon. Now, I would go by order in region, but I didn't really buy them based on the games. I mainly just bought them based off the shows that I used to watch before they all got taken down by ShowPro on YouTube. But yeah, let's get to Pokemon. Starting with everybody's favorite electric yellow rodent, and yes, I just called Pikachu a rodent. Here we have wait, no. Why are you in my Pikachu pile? Okay, for real though, we have a fake Pikachu, another fake Pikachu, yet another fake Pikachu, 6 more small fake oh. Well, he's gone. But as I was saying, 6 more small fake Pikachus. Pichu and fake maybe? Raichu, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, you cute little black Pikachu. Up next we have the other 3 Kanto starters, show-wise at least. We have Charmander, probably the favorite of the 3, Squirtle, and Bulbasaur. This Charmander, actually all 3 of these are all fakes. And I also have a big Bulbasaur along with that. Next we have Vulpix, another Nintendo New York plush I got. Well, actually James got this one, but we share a collection. Very, very fluffy tail. Up next we have Eevees. We have Eevee, Flareon, another small Flareon that Test Dummy got out of Nintendo New York, whatever you want to call it. A bigger Umbreon, Sylveon, this one's a fake. Leafeon, yeah, that's it. Then we have the infamous fake Jigglypuff. I did get a new Jigglypuff at Nintendo New York, but this was my original Jigglypuff. It is so goddamn fake. But I got a new Jigglypuff, which looks way better. A rather underrated Pokemon, Minccino. I don't remember what gen this is from, and I don't remember what gen this is at all, because I was supposed to get a different plush, but one of my relatives ordered the wrong one, and I got Minccino. So yeah, I don't remember what I ordered originally, but Minccino is the outcome. Next we have more fake starters, Chikorita, Totodile, and a Cyndaquil, all from Gen 2/Johto. If you remember my Pokemon series, for some reason I gave these guys ridiculous abilities. I'm surprised this Totodile is still held up pretty smooth and fluffy despite us soaking it in tap water in one of the episodes. Next up, maybe this is a fake, I'm not entirely sure. We have Emolga, Flying Squirrel Pikachu. I don't remember what gen this is from, and I don't know why I have it, to tell you the truth. I probably bought it because of the show. Maybe there was an episode with this character, I have no idea. Up next we have Gengar. I'm pretty sure this is fake, but the size and width make it a pretty decent plush in my eyes. But the only problem with it is that this thing was ripped when I got it, but it has held up really good since then, and I'm very surprised this thing hasn't ripped yet. Up next is Corsola. I'm not sure if this one is real or not, but it has a tear in it, obviously, and the bottom is all sticker, which is kind of a bitch when it comes to old plush, but what can you do? Up next, we have Gen 4 starters, I believe, aka Sinnoh. We have fake Chimchar, fake Piplup, and a Keychain Piplup. Up next is very real and very nice feeling Psyduck. Now, I did not buy this because of the anime. I actually bought this because of the Dark Faces of Evil plush movie, if any of you remember that. Stop chewing on that f***ing tree! Stop! Up next is Wobbuffet. If I have to tell you one more f***ing time to stop chewing on my goddamn tree. Oh my god, it's so cute. It's okay. Keep chewing on that tree. I don't know why I didn't show this earlier, but here's a Pokeball. Up next, we got Hoenn starters. Here is Trico, real Trico. Very nice Trico. Everything Trico. And then we have BFMI's Mudkip and fake Torchic, which is still very cute. The SML Ivysaur plush, that's the only way I'm going to describe him because I don't know what brand this is, and I don't know what else to call it. I guess I could have just called it an Ivysaur plush, but no, I'll piss the rest of you SML haters off. But he's still a pretty nice plush. Following that, we have Venusaur. This is actually a third-party plush, or a fake plush, whatever you people want to call it. And I thought this was real at first, because this is actually a pretty nice plush. I like the flower, it's smooth all over the place. I like the attention to detail. If you're wondering what happened to this, I'm pretty sure in one of the videos we took it outside, and that happened. There's Keychain Bulbasaur, Phanpy, and Snorlax, one of which is actually real. I think you can kind of guess which one it is. Fake yet one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, Ditto. Just the derpy face and its abilities make it one of my favorite Pokemon. Up next we have Togepi. You can see the zipper. I explained this in my last plush collection, but for you newbies, something interesting. Right now that's positioned the right way. You can see Togepi, you can see him all around, but unzip him and push him inside out, and he becomes the Togepi egg. I'm not sure if this is rare or custom, but it has a tag on it. It told me, I don't know if that's a dead brand or not, but yeah, Togepi egg and Togepi. Here is Scuttlebug, I think. Wait, no, that's Mario. Scatterbug. It's Scatterbug, right? Is it Scuttlebug or Scatterbug? I don't remember which one is the Mario enemy and which one is the Pokemon. But here's Scuttlebug. I'm not sure if this is real or not. It feels real, but at the same time, it doesn't have a tag, so it could go either way. And I don't really see a place where it was cut off, so who knows? So yeah, here it is. Here is a fake Wailord. Jeez, my Pokemon collection is turning out to be a disappointment. But here be Wailord. He be Wailordin and Wailord. Next, we got Kalos starters, one of my few real plush. We have Chespin and Froakie. I really like the way they made the Frubbles. It feels very satisfying. Forgot to include this with the rest yet. Do you remember that pulling keychain Pikachu that would vibrate whenever you pull it? Yeah, here it is. Though, unfortunately, it is broken. Next, we have Clefable, Clefairy. Whatever one of the two it is, here it is. Clefable, Clefairy. I don't remember which one it is. Maybe it's Cleffa, I'm not sure. Up next here is Rockruff. I'm pretty sure this is fake, but the scarf feels really nice and it looks decent, so... Up next we have Luvdisc. I thought this was a fairy Pokemon at first, and yeah, apparently it's a water type, and it's a fish. I don't understand. Next, we got Alola starters. We got, what's this one called? Poplio, Rowlet, and I don't have, Litten. Up next, we have Magikarp. Then we get Charjabug. Then we got Sandygast, one of my favorites out of the Pokemon. Next, we have Bunnelby, one of my favorite Kalos Pokemon. Univest starters include Snivy, one of my smallest plush. I think this might have been a Happy Meal toy, I don't really remember. Then we have Tepig, Jumbo Fake Crane Game Carnival Tepig. Next we have Noibat, yet again one of my favorite of the plush. Next we have Beware, for some reason the Pokemon that breaks the stats charts, at least in the anime. Up next we have Plusle and Minun. If you're wondering if these are fake considering they're never seen anywhere else, is because these two are actually custom made. Here's a custom-made Weedle. I asked for a Weedle one Christmas, and for some reason I got this. Up next we have Charizard, a fake Charizard. A decent plush, but the annoying thing is that this wing always bends forward, and this wing always bends backward. On the contrary, we have Greninja, who is not fake, and very, very, very nice. If you're wondering why he doesn't look like other Greninjas, he's old, he's dirty, and he's also third-party. Well, not third-party, but different branded. Here we have Mewtwo. I wanted a real Mewtwo, but I got a fake Mewtwo, like almost all my other Pokemon Plush. And if you're wondering why he's missing a leg, and if you remember Mewtwo Strikes the Ground, I did not do that on purpose. Whenever I looked for Mewtwo, his leg was already missing, so I decided I may as well add that to the storyline. Up next is Mega Sceptile. There wasn't an existing Sceptile plush, so I had to revert to Mega Sceptile. Old Christmas tree tail Still pretty nice plush though. Next we got Lucario, or Lucario, whatever. I'm not sure if this one is fake or not, but still pretty nice. One of my more taller Pokemon plush. And I never understood the tail shape. Oh, this one's Olifactor as well. Same brand as the Venusaur, if you remember me saying that. Next we have Mimikyu. I am not entirely sure if this is fake, but it kind of looks it, but what you gonna do? Very nice on the eyes and the cheeks. Next up, here's an Ultra Ball, because basically all the other plush are either very powerful or legendary / mythical Pokemon. Firstly, we got Hoopa. The arms were attached, but barely, so they both fell off, or I cut them off, I don't remember. And I regret it deeply. I'm pretty sure this one is fake, but again, still pretty nice. Hold on, let me check. Whatever ST is. I think they forgot the D at the end. Up next, we have let go! Okay, next up we have Rayquaza, one of my more recent plushes. Everything is perfect except for the f***ing pop-out mouth. Only they just added one little sliver of cardboard, it would have fixed it. Or actually two, but shut up. Next up we have another one of my favorite Pokemon plush. I know I say that about a lot of them, but they're all just so goddamn good. Here's Marshadow from Pokemon Sun and Moon, or whatever game. I already stated this, I don't play the games, so excuse me if I get them wrong. But very fluffy, very nice articulation on the shading. Very, very smooth, satisfying shadow tails, or whatever. I did have the tag, but I lost it. Up next, we have Alola's, or whatever the league is called, Lycanroc. Did I just say Lycanroc? What? Incineroar, that's what this guy's name is. I like lose my train of, I don't know why I forgot that so easily, but also here's Lycanroc. Here's Lycanroc. Here's Lycanroc. Nightshade. Up next is a gift from my cousin, Machamp. Just the aspect of 4 arms makes this one of my favorite plush of all time. If DDD were a wrestler. Up next is the Ultra Beast Buzzwole. I love the concept of Buzzwole. There's slight bendable rods in here, but it's very hard to use them. But again, I love the concept of Buzzwole, just it being a lobster, mosquito, crab thing. I just love it, and the wings and the glossy wings. Get a close-up of that. Very, very nice. I wonder what happens if put it in the sun. Yeah, it makes it even more glossy. I hope I just didn't give any of you a seizure. My bad, this isn't Porygon. Up next, we have Xurkitree, one of my more recent plushes. I always love picking up Ultra Beasts because they always turn out so good because there's no fakes of them, actually. Like, at least to my knowledge, because I've never seen any fake Ultra Beasts, so every time I get one, I always hit the jackpot. Very nice, it's bendable all over the place. You can actually stick your fingers in between the wires, which I thought was a really cool detail. And there's the sea urchin head, or whatever that is. Just the entire thing is just so goddamn good. Although I already explained this before, bendable parts like these that get caught in packages always end up shitty, which is one downside, but I mean, there's not much you can do to counteract that. Up next, we have Buzzwole. Again, one of my favorite plush. I know I already said this, but I know I keep saying this, but God, just some of the Pokemon plush are just beyond plush worthy. Like, just the attention to detail, the cardboard inside the mouth, everything, it just feels so satisfying. All the layers of teeth, the claws, just all these, whatever this is, the mace tail. But yeah, everything is just so goddamn good. Little mini head over here. The Ultra Beast plushes never cease to displease my liking. Up next is Ordinary Necrozma, with some of the biggest hands in the world. Very nice markings. Get that to stay up. Okay. Bendable legs, bendable arms, although it's kind of hard to bend with these heavy-ass hands. Now the last Pokemon I have to show off. If any of you have stuck around for a while and watched all my lore-related videos, here he is, Genesect. Or, well, that's not what I'm going to be calling him in my series. If I can turn Dry Bowser Jr. into my own character, then I can turn Genesect into my own character. But alas, here he is, the 20 or 25th anniversary Genesect. I'm not sure what it is, but I love the glossiness on him. It just makes it look. I love the glossy plush. It just just makes it look so much better. I love the articulation everywhere. It just looks so good. I'm very proud of this plush, and not much to say about this one. But yeah, here's Genesect. And this completes my Pokemon 2021 plush collection. It is starting to become not very spacious in here. Like, Jesus, we took up like maybe a fourth of the room. Goddamn. Now, moving on to Kirby. Here we have a not commonly used but rare Kirby plush from, I don't remember the brand, but I've seen this in other places, and my only knowledge on this is that it's rare, so, Sane, sure, yeah, that. The main blue baddie of the series, well, actually I shouldn't say that, because he's more of an anti-hero, but here's DDD, aka, well, the All-Star DDD. I wanted to get the Sane DDD, but they are way too expensive. And also, the iconic whack-a-mole hammer I use with DDD. One unique thing about this that you don't see often, he has beanbags in his hands, which make them really satisfying to squish. The robe is removable if you cut off the threads, that is. Here's Sonai Waddle Dee. I got these two plush at the same time, actually. Pretty nice compared to the Kirby plush. And I don't really want to get the All-Star one because they made it orange for some reason, and if you look in the game, here is Burning Leo, one of the more recents from, well, wave-wise at least. I really love the articulation on the flames. Fun fact, Burning Leo did not used to be the enemy that would give Kirby a flame ability. It was more like a fireball blobbish thing that shot flames, not this guy. Here is his counterpart, ability-wise, Chili. Beanbags. Again from the All-Star collection. Almost all my Kirby plush are from the All-Star collection. Reappearing game after game, here is Chef Kawasaki. Tag. Wow, I did not actually think he was the 6th All-Star plush. Pretty nice, but I'm probably gonna say that about all of these, to be honest. Here is Twispy Hoods, one of the more bigger All-Star plush, which I'm happy they went that route because he's a freaking tree. Up next we have Scarfy. Yeah, did any of you play Superstar or Superstar Ultra? Do any of you remember the Prestige version of Scarfy, which was literally just an apple? Yeah, me neither. Up next we have Annoying and Unkillable, Gordo. One of the more plush I'm not really too excited about. I mean, yeah, All-Star plush are good, and I'm happy with Gordo, but compared to the others, Gordo's just not all that exciting. Up next we have Waddle Doo, one of my favorite characters to voice, the Celestial Cyclops. Very, very squishy. Yeah, do any of you remember when we had Waddle Doo in the sink in that one episode? That's because Typin actually dropped him in the freaking toilet. Yeah, I spent like a half hour cleaning him with all types of mixtures that I kind of regret because he's a little bit on the rougher side now. I should have made him sound like the Sergeant Waddle Doo. But alas, here is Kracko. Very, very small for a Kracko plush, but alas, they did really good, especially with the coloring. I honestly didn't notice it was cotton candy and strawberry flavored until I saw the plush and then looked back at the game and I was like, oh, it does look like that, doesn't it? I wonder how a Kracko Jr. plush would look. Up next, we have Poppy Jr. I made him act exactly how he looks, a homeless drug addict. Yet again, one of the more plush I'm not too proud of because it's not all that exciting. My childhood's antagonist, Marks, from Superstar/Superstar Ultra. Very, very flimsy if you try to like holding it by one shoe. Very satisfying beanbag shoes, very squishy hat, smooth, and yeah, nice plush. Here's Triple Deluxe's Taranza, and yeah, one of the most nicest Kirby plush in my opinion, from the All-Star bundle at least. Just the arms, the cape, oh god, especially the cape, and just holding it by under the cape, it just, oh god, it feels so nice. And the singer, just the 8 eyes, and just the attention, they went crazy with the attention to detail on this, because it is just an insane plush overall. They did a very great job. Fast forward 2 years, and we have Robobot's Susie, or the secretary of the Haltman company, business ship, army, whatever you want to call it. Pretty nice plush overall, but again, not really one of the more exciting plush in my opinion.
At the time, Susie was very expensive and went for like $70. But I lucked out and got this at the Nintendo New York shop for only $20. So yeah, thanks New York for that. We're basically done with enemies, so let's go to the elemental trio. We got Rick, we got Kine, we got Ku. Again, some 3 very expensive plush at the time, but I got them for a very good deal at $80 because, I mean, I know that sounds expensive, but Rick used to go for like $70, and Ku and Kine went for like $40. So together, that's like $150. I don't know if I got that right or not. But, so yeah, $80 almost cuts that in half, so good deal. Up next, we have Gooey, one of the most recent All-Star plush. He has a bendable tongue. I really love how squishy it is. I like how they made the shape look like an actual blob instead of just going with like a circle shape, because like you can tell that this guy's meant to be a blob. And just the cardboard in the mouth, it's all really nice. And I love Gooey overall, so I'm happy they made this into a plush. We're gonna take a break from other characters for a sec and go to copy abilities. Firstly, we have Ice Kirby. Also, FYI, I mainly bought copy abilities that correlate with the other characters I have. So yeah, obviously Ice Kirby would appear if Kirby were to swallow chili. Following that trend, we have Bean Kirby from a different brand that may be fake, I'm not entirely sure. But I bought it because Bean Kirby was one of my favorite copy abilities in Superstar, and you get Bean Kirby if you swallow Waddle Dee. Next up, we have Dr. Kirby. I'm not entirely sure when this appeared. This thing kind of unstrapped. But a pretty nice plush. I like the little pill that he's holding. And I bought Dr. Kirby because there aren't actually many copy abilities that correlate with the plush I have. So I bought Dr. Kirby if maybe Kirby were to ever swallow Magolor. It makes enough sense. Or Susie, I guess. But that sounds way worse. One of my favorite copy abilities in Star Allies, we have Beetle Kirby. And I bought Beetle Kirby for a specific character who I'm not showing yet, but if you watch my Kirby videos, you already know who that character is. But I love the Beetle Kirby plush. It's very smooth on the helmet and just the overall size and the way he feels. It's very nice. It just differentiates from the other All-Star Kirby copy abilities. I don't know what it is. Up next, we got Spooder Kirby, who, it should be obvious enough, if he ever were to swallow Taranza, he turns into Spider Kirby. One of the only copy ability I used in the Rise of Skeletor, because I wanted to use more, but I couldn't have Kirby have too much screen time, especially because this series is barely started. Lastly, probably my rarest copy ability, we have Sword Kirby. It was a pain in the ass to try to find this. I wanted to find this so bad for a character you'll see in a minute, but yeah, Sword Kirby. Very, very squishy, very nice on the Legend of Zelda Link hat. The sword is a little bit flimsy, but it is still a very nice plush. It's probably only flimsy because I used this character in the war too. I forgot. I don't know why I said Spider was the only copy ability. What my favorite Kirby copy ability plush-wise, that was all my Kirby copy abilities, so let's get to remaining plush. Another recent plush that came out along with Gooey, the Roach from Squeak Squad. Probably one of the most underrated Kirby games. But nonetheless, the Roach is a very nice plush. The cape, it is very smooth and fluffy. The hat, they did an amazing job not getting it reshaped in the packaging. Just the ears, how it fades in with the fedora-looking piece of the top hat. The only thing that looks a little off is the nose, but no big deal. Nextly, we have Meta Knight. Now, this is not the same brand as the Kirby or Waddle Dee plush. I don't actually... But I honestly don't see how this is the same brand, since like they feel so much different. Like just the way the felt feels and the sword and the stickers, and I would get the All-Star one, but I honestly like this one more. That was all my official licensed Kirby plush. We have 5 Kirby plush remaining, all custom. First, we have Bugsy, which is what Beetle Kirby came from earlier. I know if you swallow Bugsy, you turn into Suplex Kirby. Well, actually, is Suplex even in Ultra? Not Ultra, Star Allies? I'm not even sure. But if Kirby were to swallow Bugsy, I can easily make him turn into Beetle Kirby. But again, a very nice plush. I love the wings, material on the wings, and also that it's bigger than a lot of plush, which kind of fits because Bugsy is like a brute type character. And also, whenever I bought the Bugsy plush, god damn it, the creator of the Bugsy plush drew this little drawing, which was not reprinted because I tried erasing part of it and it really did erase. So I guess they only made one Bugsy plush along with this image.
which is some really cool fan art. So shout out to that person, but I don't remember your Etsy account name, so I'm not linking it. But still, very nice work. Up next, we have Kirby Star Allies. Morphonite, the secret final boss who took my boy Galactonite away. Why'd you kill him? Well, he didn't really kill him, he just kind of absorbed him and his powers, but whatever. Here's Morphonite. I've bought many plushes from the seller who makes the plushes I buy. The same seller made the Nightcap, the King Boo, the Dementio, the Geno, I think, the Egad, and he overall makes really good plushes, or she, or company, and he made Conchtor too. And but Morphonite it's honestly kind of a disappointment. I mean, the plush is cool, don't get me wrong, but like compared to the others, they could have done a lot better. They could have made the arms bendable. They could have put a rod on the sword because it's literally just flimsy. And this is not like one of the older plushes. This is like long after they improved on it. And again, the size. I don't like the size because I was kind of hoping. I was gonna buy it regardless, but I was kind of hoping they'd made it similar size like this. Now the next custom plush is kind of on a similar tier when it comes to overall design and niceness, but this plush was made in 2017, so yeah, it kind of has an excuse for itself. The other one was made in 2019, but here we have Kirby Superstar Ultra's Mark Soul. This is the secret final boss in Ultra, and yeah, I wanted to buy a Mark's plush, like the Demon Marks, but I mean, there was only Mark Soul, so yeah, what you take what you can get. But yeah, everything is nice. The necklace and the overall the branches, whatever you want to call these things. And also another thing that's a bit of a downer, if I can. Here's the Marks plush. You can clearly see that they're pretty similar in size. I mean, clearly this one is bigger, but not by much. But yeah, here's Marks. So overall, a pretty decent plush, and I'm happy to have it in my collection. But again, with Morphonite, it could be better. And the one time I want one of these plushes to be big, I get this. This next plush is actually a custom plush by me and was never actually revealed. I made this back in 2018 or 19. I'm not entirely sure actually. It's been a long time since I made this, and it's kind of surprising because this plush is still really good, in my opinion at least. Here's Dark Matter from Kirby Dream Land 2 and 3 and Crystal Shards. Here he is in all of his glory. He's collected not too much shit over the years, although you can clearly see that he has bits of stuffing on him. That's because he was hidden in a secret clip of a war, if any of you guys can find that. He is lore related to my series, which is why I made him. He's one of my favorite antagonists to follow the Kirby series, and he looks extremely good from the front and the sides, but if you look at the back, it's a bit messy. But still, overall, a pretty decent plush. It was a pain in the to sew all of these circle blobs together, and I made 2 extra because in one of his attacks in the Robobot, he can like detach these things and toss them at you. I'm not sure if that was originally in Dreamland 2 or 3, but he can do them in Robobot, I know that for a fact, so that's why I made a bit of extra ones. And from the same storyline, here we have, again made by the same seller, 02. 02 is a magnificent plush. It is so nice. I love the wings, the band-aid, the halo, just the blood, how it's just a different glossy, just satisfying material overall cover. And again, you know how I like the glossy stuff by this point. Yeah, the eye, it's inside it. It's all just so well made. There's nothing at all I can complain about this, because like they knew what they were doing when they made this. Well, that completes my Kirby plush collection for 2021. Alright, now that that's over with, these are the 4 biggest main categories that we were going to go over before we head into the miscellaneous section. But we have a bunch of smaller sections that are not really small enough to be included in the miscellaneous section. The first mini column we're gonna go with is Sonic, but before we do that, we need a certain someone for there. Alrighty then. Go out here. Alright. Now, where are the trash cans? What? Hey! You eating out of my trash? Hey, what are you doing? Wait, where are you going? I'm not here to commit. I'm not here to charge you with trespassing property. I need your help. Hey, don't you run away from me. Do you know how hard it is to run in Sanooks?
Okay, what do you need?
Alright, you have Sonic plushes, and I want my collection to be as big as possible. So I need you for the Sonic plush collection.
Did I get promised food in this? I'm tired of eating out trash cans.
Yeah. What did you even find in there anyway? You looked like you were chowing down on something. I'm not gonna ask. All right, come on, Typing Man, you big mess.
We got Sonic plushes.
Yeah, Sonic plushes.
We got a big classic Sonic.
And then we got Sonic Boom Sonic, everyone's most hated Sonic game until Sonic Forces came out.
Got Tails.
Shadow. These Shadow, Tails, and Sonic were actually Toys R Us exclusives, but Typing Man managed to get his hands on them somehow.
These are old. Next up is the Sonic Boom Amy.
And then we got Knuckles, the absolute retard in the series. Meme approved.
And we got Silver, and this plush is so old you can do this with his tail.
And then we got Cream.
We got Boom. I mean Rouge.
Yeah, Hooba-Dooba. And then we got the Werehog. You're the Sonic nerd. What game is this from?
I don't remember. All I know is that was on Wii U. I think it was Sonic Unleashes. Next up, we got probably my favorite one is Metal Sonic from the Sonic Boom. Again, God, what's with Sonic Boom?
Despite it being Sonic Boom, this plush actually looks pretty nice, probably because it's glossy. You know how I am with that shit. And then we have this fat piece of shit.
He's a bowling ball.
These are the last two that fall into Sonic collection. It's just a very fake Tails and a very fake Shadow without an arm.
Pancake.
Yeah, Pancake. And just
Look, Pancake.
It already looks bad enough, but then just look at its freaking nose.
Pancake.
Okay. Oh, well, that's convenient. And now this one has no. Get it out of your mouth. All right, come on, Typing Man. You don't know how to open a door? It's the other way. All right, come on.
I'll have to.
You can go out there without shoes. You already lost enough of your dignity. I'm sure losing shoes isn't much of a deal. But you see the mac and cheese? You see the mac and cheese? You see it? You see it? You want the food? You want the food? Ugh, go get it! Up next we have Legend of Zelda / Starfox. For starters, we have Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild All-Star Collection Link. Very, very nice plush all over. They went all out with the detail on this one, just with all the belt and just the stickering on the shield. Just look at this, like, DS cartridge case or whatever that is. I did cut off the sword, as you saw in the Rise of Skeletor. It was behind his shield earlier, and I cut the threads. It was articulation on the sword. Even though the sword was hitting behind the shield, they still decided to put articulation on this, which I really like. Very nice plush. I got this one at Nintendo New York. And I also got Bokoblin at Nintendo New York, or Jeffrey's Demon Pig if you remember that one episode. I lost the tag, unfortunately. I also got at Nintendo New York Ganon, the figurine. Pretty nice, for a figurine at least. Then we have Toon Link, Toon Zelda, I guess this one is called, and Tingle. And for Star Fox, I only have Fox and Falco. For some reason, Falco just feels more satisfying than Fox. Up next, we have Minecraft. And you can't have Minecraft without Steve. And I don't know where the sword went, and the sword did not come with the plush. The sword actually came with a figurine. There was a sword that came with this plush, but I lost it, and then I just lost the other one. That was used in the Rise of Skeletor. I don't know where it went. Next, we have passive / semi-passive mods. Not mods. Did I just mobs? And here we have the pig, a fake pig with the feet coming out of its freaking head for some reason. Or the Jeffrey pig. Then we got the Sheeb. Unlike the pig, his legs are actually attached to his body. This is probably one of the fluffiest plushes I own. And then we got Mushroom. Then we got Two Tap Chicken. Try saying that 4 times as fast. Then we got Ocelot. Then we got the Bit. And then we got Squiddy. And then we have the dog / wolf. Now moving on to non-passive mobs. We have 1, 2 zombies. One a lot bigger. I've heard this one is a rather rare zombie, and there was a creeper that went with the set that Hasty Pasty has, which was actually what I tried to get originally, but they gave me this. Then we have Creeper, and then we have Spider with 2 realistic eyes on the bottom for some reason. This is actually Typing Man's Spider plush, and he got this in Poland, of all places. Then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 slimes. I think I miscounted. I'm actually missing one of my blues, but yeah, these are unofficial slimes, and I bought these just cause, and they came in 4 different colors, and I bought a 12-pack for some reason, and I don't know where the last blue one is. I'm missing one of my red ones too. Next up is Enderman, one of my favorite Minecraft plush. I forgot to include this in the passive mobs. Here's the horrors. Here's the ghast. I tried to order a bigger one and I got this one. Still pretty nice though. I always like how they do extra stitches to make it look blocky. Here's the new Mr. Pigman plush. Very, very squishy all over. And here's the old Mr. Pigman figurine. We still have it. Here is Snow and Iron Golem. Iron Golem is very, very nice. I love the vines on his chest and arm. It's very fluffy compared to the rest of the plushes. It's just satisfying to hold. And then we have the Ender Dragon, my final Minecraft plush. Pretty nice. I like the approach they made whenever they made this. The wings are very fluffy. Not to be seen. 5 years ago, dating back from 2016, we have Flower Pot. If any remember the original PvZ series, this was the exact same flower pot that I used. It is very small. I completely abandoned this character because of how small it is. But yeah, I still have it. I kept it around all this time for some reason, and I'm re-showing it for the first time in 5 whole years. Now we move on to the infamously most popular horror game from last decade, Fnaf. Starting off, we have the one and only Freddy, and he's definitely fake. Bonnie and Chica from the same fake lineup. I got these at a carnival. But I do have the real Foxy. And another fake Big Foxy. If you were wondering what happened to the Foxy dad from the 5 Retarded Nights at Freddy's videos, yeah, if you watched one of the Halloween specials, that happened like 4 years ago, I think, we made that Foxy into a costume. From Wave 2, we have Withered Foxy, and I can't find it. Oh, here it is. Withered Freddy. Nightmare Freddy feels a bit different from Nightmare Foxy. Aside from the look, I think they used a different material when they made them both. I'm not actually sure what wave the sister location plush are from, but here is Funtime Foxy and Ennard. I mainly bought Ennard because of Hasty Pasty's old OC. Well, other than that, Ennard is actually one of my favorite FNAF plush, just because of the different body type. Even though Ennard is meant to look a lot scarier than this, it still feels very nice. And Funtime Foxy, I don't know why I bought this, to tell you the truth. Yet another nightmare. Here is Nightmare Bonnie. This is a fake Nightmare Bonnie, but still, this is probably my favorite FNAF plush, other than one that I'm gonna show you soon. Because I know it's fake, but I kept it around because just the eyes that pop out, it makes it look so much funnier. And you could just position them in all sorts of ways just to make the stupidest looks you could possibly roll with. And it's just a really fun plush. I should have showed this earlier, but here is Cupcake, or Meat Wild. Here's the Blacklight Foxy. I mainly just bought this because of Yoshi from FNAF, Five Nights at Frokies. Aside being just a recolor, it's a lot smoother than the original Foxy and a lot of the other plushes. I like the eye especially. Up next we have fake Toy Bonnie, fake old-timey Funtime Freddy, fake puppets. Maybe this is fake, I'm not entirely sure. And fake Springtrap. From the twisted ones, we have Freddy, Twisted Foxy. This is my favorite FNAF plush. I love the array of coloring and the shoes. I love the new metallic material they used. It's a lot similar to the Metal Mario plush. Yeah, I just really like this plush, especially just the head. It just looks so intimidating. My last Funko FNAF plush, we have the original Wave 1 Golden Freddy. Now I know what you're thinking, but they restock. What if you lied to us and you just got the non-rare one? Well, check right here, depending if I decide to green screen this or not. And watch that video, and yeah, he's in this, and that was 2 years ago, so yeah, the restock did not happen 2 years ago. Then we move on to Undertale. First we have Frisk, a very fake Frisk. This is probably one of the ugliest fake plush I've ever bought. Then we have the man, the myth, the legend, Sans. But if you spend an unbearable amount of hours on this, you can put his hands inside of his pockets for that Sans drip, and you can also put his hood on too, so a lot of interesting features with this plush. Then we have Papyrus! Surprise! Happy birthday! I love Papyrus. He's one of my favorite characters in Undertale, and mainly because of Smash Bits, but that's besides the point.
And I'm pretty sure Papyrus's clothing is meant to be red, if I remember correctly. I haven't seen any Undertale in a really long time. But yeah. Then we have a very fake Toriel. Then we have a custom Alphys plush. I don't know who made this because I bought this one on eBay, but it doesn't have a branding, so I'm assuming it's custom. Very nice to say the least. But what's even nicer is that same person made a custom Undyne plush, which is very fuzzy and it's very smooth on the coat or the tank top, whatever. The spear has a rod in it, so that's good. And it also has bendable arms, so very nice plush. The last plush in my collection, if you remember that one video that shall not be named because the name was so goddamn shitty, where basically everyone met in this room and someone got in Bowser's face, that was this little guy, Flowey. This is a custom Flowey plush, and along with it came an evil Flowey plush, which I thought was really cool, so if he ever changed tone, like he did in that video, he would switch to this one. And what sucks is that he has a rip. Now we move on to Angry Birds. Angry Birds was actually what originally started my channel way back in 2012. My first ever video used to be an Angry Birds collection, but I deleted it, and hundreds upon hundreds of more videos that just utterly sucked. I mean, there's still a lot of videos on my channel that suck, but I don't want to get rid of them. Here's Redbird, here's another Redbird, here's Space Red, here is Devil Red, here is Ho Red, here is Movie Baby Red, and Keychain Red. Oh yeah, and Finger Puppet Space Red. I don't know why I have this. I have quite a lot of reds. Up next we have Chuck 1, my original Chuck, and Chuck 2. Then we get Bluebirds, my original blue, a second blue, and a big blue. I did not buy these intentionally. These came in a 100 plush package or something. I don't know, it was like a bundle. And then we have Bombird, Movie Bombird, my original Bombird, and another Bombird. And then we have everyone's favorite Terrence, and Terrence 2, and Space Finger Puppet Terrence. And then we have the Rio Birds from the crossover. Then we got the pigs. We have normal pig, and then Sergeant Helmet Pig, if any of you remember Toons TV. And yes, like all my other old plush, I cut off the helmet. We got Finger Puppet Freezing Pig. Then we got Lemmy Smash Pig. We get Pumpkin Pig, Pig, and Cupid Pig for whatever reason. And the infamous Big Pig plush that is usually meant to be King Pig. And I didn't have a crown for this, but if I ever wanted to use this, I'd probably cut off the peach crown that's over there on the fake one and then just slap it on here. And then we have the evil bird, yet again from the Rio crossover. Next we have Pac-Man. We have my original Pac-Man, my 25th anniversary Pac-Man, and Ghosty Adventures Pac-Man, or whatever the show was called. And then there was Spiral. Then we have my original Blinky, we have my original Inky, we have my original Pinky, and my original Clyde. I don't know why it's yellow. Then we have 25th anniversary Blinky, 25th anniversary Inky, 25th anniversary Pinky. Jesus Christ, this is the most Karen-ish looking plush I've ever seen. And 25th anniversary, you guessed it, Clyde. Then we have Ghosty Adventures Blinky, Ghosty Adventures Inky, Ghosty Adventures Pinky, and Ghosty Adventures Clyde. How did they make Clyde look so stupid? And then there was Lord Betrayus, probably my favorite Pac-Man plush, because of all the shades of color. And also the arms are just so satisfying to move around. And I kind of have to like the arms because of how much I spent on that one scene in The Rise of Skeletor where he threw a bunch of fireballs. Now we have Fortnite plush. Starting off we have Peely, then we get Lil Whip, Fish Stick, and Cuddle Team Leader. This is actually my first Fortnite plush, and it's fake, but it still looks pretty nice. These are my only 4 skins of plush, because I'm pretty sure that's all there is. Then we have the Angel and Devil Llama from the Bright and Dark Bomber skins. The Demon Horn Llama looks really nice. Then we have Durburger and Squishy Toy Durburger. Oh yeah. Then we have Kevin the Cube, which is literally just a foam cube with felt wrapped around it. A very poorly made Kevin, very disappointing. And Flopper, probably my favorite Fortnite plush because of how like shiny it is and just the detail on it.
On to the last mini category, being Pikmin. We have All-Star Olimar. I've tried ever so tirelessly to find the original Sanai 2004 version of Olimar and Louis, but alas, it just never happened. But this one is still pretty acceptable. It looks like exactly the same as the other one, just not shiny and not extremely beat up. Here is the original Bam Presto, maybe? I'm not sure what company this is actually. Hold on. I can't really tell that. I can just tell Pikmin 2001 Nintendo. From that same lineup, we have blue, yellow, white, and purple Pikmin. I actually have 2 purple Pikmin. This is my second purple Pikmin and the one I use now. And my original Pikmin kind of bit the dust. Give me a sec. Yeah, here it is. I cut its head off for a video. I kind of regret it, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, and here's the Radio Whiskapillar, if any of you watched Ultimate DS-Man. And then we have the new Wing Pikmin and Rock Pikmin. I know this is not the Wing Pikmin everyone else has, but it's still World of Nintendo, which is a obviously real company, so I'm happy with it. And then here's Bulborb. Fun fact, Yellow Pikmin and Bulborb were my first Pikmin plush. And then we have Plasm Wraith, the final boss from Pikmin 3. This is a custom plush I found on eBay, and I'm very, very happy with it. It is very shiny, very glossy, very squishy and smooth, and I love the cardboard hole that they made in the middle of it. That's such a cool detail. Pikmin 3 was one of the games I constantly played as a child, so I am very, very happy to have this plush. And if you're wondering, yes, this actually is the real Bulborb. It's just this was one of my first ever plush, so it is very worn out, as you can see by the barely standing up eyes. Jesus, I've nearly filled up half the room. Okay, so this is all we have left, and this is currently being filmed after the PVZ plush collection, Mario, Pokemon, and Kirby plush collections. I noticed a lot of comments saying that I forgot Jalapeno. He was actually on my shelf. He was there for about 3 years because in one particular episode, Skeletor took this foe, and he's been sitting on my shelf for 3 years because of that, and that's what made me forget him. I also found Bombro's bomb. Yeah, this is the bomb that goes with him. Well, now we're at the home stretch. Cue the miscellaneous stuff. First, we have a cupcake. Then we have 2 robot plushes I got at Hershey Park. I don't know why. Here we have an alien thing that I got from Universal. We have a big Kylo Ren plush. And then we have this plush. Fun fact, this beanie vampire plush, the cape from Skeletor actually came from this plush. I took it off this plush and I slapped it on Skeletor. Here is a peep. Next, we have a banana wearing a bandana. Try saying that 3 times as fast. Then we have the King Sloth, or just a giant ass sloth plush from the PVZ episode 34, or Human or Plush. I don't know why I added that segment into the video, but yeah, here he is. He is very big. Then we have a BB-8 with reindeer horns, which was Magolor's robot in that one episode. Then we have Donatello, Leonardo, and Raphael. Then we have Green Lantern, Jack. Then we have Spider-Man and Venom, Deadpool. Here is the dinosaur that was used in episode 24, maybe? I'm not sure, of PVZ. Then we have the Big Boy Bass from BFMI Season 2, Episode 9. Another Mario plush that I couldn't find. Here is Running Mario. This is from the Super Mario Bros. DS set, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the Mario video, but yeah, there was 5 of them that came in this bundle. This plush was one of them, but I couldn't find it whenever I made that video, but I found it recently. So yeah, here, Running Mario. Here's the Wingless Bird. I did not make this for no reason. I actually had to for a sewing class, which I did not choose to take. Here is a bunch of puppets. Here's a Chef Pee-Pee. Here is a cop plush that I took the hat and suit off of and use it on other characters. Here is another Chef Pee-Pee. Here is Baby Man. Here is the Dumb King. I don't know where his suit is. Here's the plate. Next we got penguins. Here is Penguin Pillow, the original and the one we use. Fun fact about this eye actually popped out, and it'll be a little hard to see on camera, but there's actually like hot glue over here because I had to hot glue back in, and got another rip up here, so that's neat. And here's the other penguin hat, and of course Penguin Pillow. Next up we got Haz, or Hyperactive Snake. This is a really old snake plush that James called Hyperactive Snake, and if you notice this glue stain, his eye actually popped out, and so we had to put that back in. And here we have the ghost emoji that was in the fidget spinner video. And then we have Batman and Hulk. Here's a Slitherio snake, and here's Ducky the Dargan, very worn out, and the one and only Bald Eagle. Yes. Here's Captain Idiot, another veteran of the channel, and Thrick, a Fruit Ninja pineapple, I think. Yeah, this is a pineapple. Here's the Inkling, the All-Star Inkling, if I can show you the tag, All-Star Collection, it says right there. Pretty nice plush, although the arms being bent this way is definitely annoying at times. And like all my other old plush, I cut off the water gun. Here's the Inkling's other form. And then here is a probably fake Inkling because I won it at a carnival. Here is a monster from Trolls. I wanted to turn this into a character whenever we originally started that school series, but that never happened. Who knows, maybe I'll revamp that. Here's SpongeBob. Here is Dumb the Phone, yet another veteran of the channel. Here are Santa Claus and Jerry the Elf. Here is the All-Star Isabelle plush. If I see another goddamn Rule 34 post. Here is Shovel Knight. This brought a lot of great days back when the Switch was released because this was one of the few games that was on it when it was just released. And they made this plush too, which has magnets in it, which I thought was really cool. It can magnetize to the hand, the middle piece, and the end piece. I can't find the magnet. Okay, here it is. This magnet is actually meant to go on his belt. Yeah, there's a magnet in the belt too that holds the shovel onto it, and you can take it off. And unfortunately I lost the magnet that was in this piece, but this used to be able to stick to the magnets that were in Shovel Knight's hands. I'm probably gonna buy a new Shovel Knight plush because this one is pretty worn out, but yeah, Shovel Knight. Here is a custom Nest plush made by the same creators as most of the custom plush in here, like the 02, the Nightcap, the King Boo, the Geno, the Conqueror, the Dementio. Most of the custom plushes in here are made by one person and also made this one. And it is a pretty nice plush, and it came in the package holding the middle finger, which is very inappropriate. No, I'm just kidding. Everything on this is actually bendable. Even the fingers are bendable, which has never been seen on a plush before, so I thought that was really cool. And he came with a bat too, but I don't feel like trying to get that in his hands. Jesus Christ, I broke him. We are almost done here. Here's the Half-Life 2 head crab. I got this one for Christmas and I really like it. Here's the hole, the fangs, the claws, I guess, whatever you want to call these. And it is a really great plush. It is really nice. Here is Mega Man, a very nice plush in my account. You killed my boy Luigi! Here is Star Platinum, or not Star Platinum, Jotaro from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, along with Star Platinum. They made a Kakyoin and Joseph plush, but I don't feel like buying those. But yeah, here they are, from the Crunchyroll store, I think. Yeah, pretty nice if it weren't for the eyes. And then we have... Here is red, blue, yellow, green, and brown. These are fake, unofficial Among Us plush, and they're squeaky toys. All of them are squeaky toys. Oh yeah, and then there was this really cool imposter plush that I bought. It wasn't really sewed in very well because his backpack is coming loose, but still though, it looks pretty nice. There's metal in the tongue, and yeah, it looks pretty cool. We have just one column of plush left, which I wanted to save to the end because it is merch plush. Starting off with the king of all plush channels, we have SML. Here is Jeffy. Now, upon further inspection, it's acceptable, but replicating the Jeffy would definitely be hard, and they did a pretty decent job at it, but I mean, it just looks so freaking strange. Which, again, should suit it, but like, there are a bunch of things off too, like the eye color isn't right, the pencil color that's like right on this braid here isn't right. And the arms are just like not the right size, and like it's just a very strange plush. And I don't know why they went with a real diaper. I mean, I get he's wearing a real diaper, but they should have like backed it up or something because it's like tearing off and it's very bad. And the pencils already came out. Yeah, see, and yeah, Jeffy puppet. However, though, then we get to Junior, Joseph, and Cody, which are fantastic puppets. They're really nice. I really like Junior and Cody. I feel like they went really accurate with Cody. You can even take Junior's bib off, which you can on the original Bowser Jr. plush. Joseph is the only one I can complain about because like his gums are sticking out right here, which looks very strange. But yeah, Joseph looks pretty good everywhere else. The only problem with these puppets is that they're really hard to get your hand into, and you can also get your fingers inside of these hands, so if you wanted to make him grab something, you could, sort of. It's hard to get your fingers in there. And then we have Meta Runner. Here is Tari, the protagonist. Here is everyone's favorite Theo. And annoying and incompetence, Belle. Oh wait, no, that's Evelyn. Then we have Jack and Jellyfy, or BFDI. Here's Fiery, Leafy, and Fiery Jr. Pretty nice plush. Then we have the odd ones out. We have James, Sue Blay James, and Harry the Moth. And I already, you saw it in the background, we have Pymation's suction cup too, with actual suction cups. You can stick them to windows, which is really, really cool in my opinion. We have the Vizzy Pops Blitz plush, and Vat19's Not a Cat Cat. Worthy mention, we have the test dummy cannon, and it has a crack in it, which is a bit unfortunate. So yeah, it's finally complete. My SMPB1 entire plush collection. We've probably filled up like half the room by now. Jesus Christ. Maybe like a third of the room or something like that. But damn, this room is really not so spacious anymore. We've come a long way. It feels good to complete this, and I'm gonna have to spend hours sorting all these again. But can we just take a minute to rant on Flower real quick from BFDI? Yeah, BFDI 30 is gonna come out soon. I'm not sure if this video will be out by then, but Flower does not deserve to win. I don't know why people won't stop thinking Flower's nice. They say Flower's changed, which sure, she's not a complete bitch anymore, but she's still a pretty big bitch, and she's even adapting to the Karen ways. People are saying she's turned nice, but she is still as self-centered as ever, only thinking about herself. She didn't even want to save the show. She wanted to use it on her freaking fashion show. Whenever Gelatin's show was slightly succeeding due to Purpleface's weird antics, Flower steps in.
What? That's not interesting. Let me step in. Wait to pronounce whining. Flower. Flower.
Sure, she's not a complete prick anymore, but she's still as annoying and irritating and a menace as always. Gelatin deserves to win. He's the boy. Dope like a pope. He's never been eliminated. He's nicer, funnier, and overall just a better character than Flower. Flower has already had an entire season to win. Gelatin has had 5 episodes from an incomplete season and 30 episodes from an almost complete season. Flower has had way more opportunity than Gelatin has. Gelatin deserves the win. Flower has had way more chances and does not deserve this one. And also, if you're wondering about this, there are plenty other useless plushes in this pile that I just really didn't feel like going through, and you guys wouldn't want to see them anyway. It's just animals and just stupid shit that no one needs to see. Okay, I'm done. Thanks for watching.